Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Almighty Allah, the most merciful and compassionate. My name is Naveed Ahmed. I belong to 4th year MBBS from LUMHS JAMSHORO. Today, my topic to present to you guys is that I'll teach you guys, I'll deliver a few things that is very important during the period of preparation for the Nmdcat. I'll share my experience and whatever I have done through this period of my education throughout this time. So I'll give you three things that is very important for you guys. Number first is the time management for the preparation. The time management during that period of days. And also to de-stress yourself, how to de-stress yourself and have a productive study, and also have to productive study. This is very important. So I'll give you some tips regarding these three main headings. First of all, the time management. Most of students have like a problem with how to manage their time. So for that purpose, as I've been going throughout this 5 years or 4 years from preparation up to the period of 4th year, whatever I'm being focused on is that first of all, we should have some list of things that is being to be done during the period of day. For example, in the morning, when you wake up, what you do, you have to have a list of things that is to be done during the period of day, and then prioritize those things. For example, of course, if you're a student, if you're studying, if you're preparing yourself for the Nmdcat, so you prioritize your studies over the other things as well, because you know that certain students they have to do the homeworks as well, the works of their family as well. They have to buy things from the shops, so you know that they should have to manage the time for those things as well, but they should prioritize their studies. Understood? Okay, so for that this is the first step, timetable or scheduling of your things that is going to be done. Okay, number second is that you should have a daily morning and night routines. For example, you know that students, mainly students, or some of them are sleeping at 12 o'clock, some of them are sleeping at 2 o'clock using mobile for 1 and 2 hours, and after that they are going to sleep. So for that purpose, I'd like to highlight this thing, that time management during night and day is very important. It will affect all your, for example, if you're wasting 2 hours at night, you sleep at 2 o'clock, then you wake up 2 hours later in the morning, and your entire schedule will be disturbed. So for that purpose, that time management for night and daily routine is very important. You should sleep at least, for example, 12 o'clock up to 6 o'clock, or for example 11 o'clock up to 5 o'clock. You know that the morning study is very important. That is very productive. That is like memories are very fresh, so you can study very well in the morning. So if you manage your time, like schedule your night sleep from 11 o'clock up to 5 o'clock, that would be very much good in studying and having a good memory. Okay. And the other thing is that some students will not remember which things to be done during period of day. They may be outside, so they don't have the paper with themselves, that which tasks, what is the time for the task to be done right now. Okay, so for that purpose, he should have a reminder in his mobile. Notifications should be off, or he should have some like reminders during the period of day. For example, at 8 o'clock when I wake up, for example, this is the time for this one. So you should have a alarm for that. Alarm will notify you that this is the period of time for this thing to be done. Okay, so this is also very important during the time management of yourself and having a good schedule. Okay, and the last thing is that you should you know that everyone knows that mobile is a very destructive during our period of studies. You study, and during the period of study you use it for 5 minutes, but it extends and you use it for 10 or 20 or maybe for 1 and 2 hours. So that is a wastage of time. You should when you want to have a productive study, you should turn off your mobile. If you're not turning it off, you should at least turn off the notifications. You shouldn't reply to the messages during that period of study. Understood? You should have a breaks in between, and then you can use your mobile in those timing. Understood? And if you are studying completely the whole day, you know that we all have a kind of proverbs or whatever we call that study smart but not hard. If you are studying hard, sometimes it is good, sometimes not. Understood? And if you are studying smart study is very important. It is very good as well. Understood? So study smart, and you should have to de-stress. If you're studying continuously hard, you will have stress. You will have much stress. So to de-stress yourself, you should have some breaks in between. So I'd prefer you guys to have a long breaks in between, multiple long breaks, not short breaks in every hour. No, you should have long breaks of half hour and 1 hour or 1 hour after 3 or 4 hours. Understood? So this would be, you shouldn't have, you will not have, you'll have concentration in your book for 4 hours if you study one thing and you're studying it continuously, and if you bring a break of 15 minutes in between after an hour, so after 15 minutes when you come back and start the same topic, so you may not have those things which, you'll forget some few things from that. The consistency disturbs. So you should study for 3-4 hours, then you should have a break of not 15 minutes but 1 hour after that. Okay, so these and one thing more is that the much you study, the much your the productive your study will be. Understood? So this was all the thing I wanted to deliver to you guys. Thank you very much.